Metronom's not going. Okay, we're live. Welcome to the Apartment 205 podcast. With me, Jordan, and
Andrew, me.
You're gonna make me say my own name.
yeah,
Um,
like Jeff Goldblum did.
Remy Robbins.
She said her whole name. Now the whole internet's gonna dox her.
You're done for.
This will be the first and the last podcast because all
But
of the
who knows?
internet-
Maybe it's not a real name.
It can sound fake.
Yeah, it's too
Excuse
many
me?
R's. It's too much alliteration.
Yeah.
It's like a superhero name.
Remy
Or a porn star.
Remy Robertson.
Or a porn star.
Or a porn star.
You can slightly change it to an internet. Remy Robertson.
No thanks.
All right. Well, I guess an introduction is okay. Nobody's gonna listen to the first. I feel like people
No
usually
one's
get it.
going to listen to the first episode until we're like 150 episodes in and we're finally like relatively big.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, I wonder what their early days were like. And then it's like, oh, that's why I don't listen to them until now.
Not good.
I never. Yeah. I think I started listening to most podcasts at least around 50 to 100. I didn't
Yeah.
start listening to Joe Rogan until he was 1,000 and 1,100.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
I
been
do that,
doing
but
it
I
since,
always
like,
go back.
2006.
I definitely always go back and start from the beginning once I'm into it.
Depending on how many podcasts there are.
Well,
Like I didn't go back for Chris D'Elia's. He had at least 50, and I was like, I get it.
I went back for Sword and Scale, listened to 132 hours of murders,
Dear God.
and Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert. I went back and listened to all those.
I feel at that point you just watch clips. I usually just end up watching like highlighted parts where someone.
I don't watch podcasts. I have no interest. I just want to listen.
Well, listen, watch, video, audio.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Really? I mean, just turn the A upside down and get rid of the middle part. It's a V.
Okay.
Too
Well,
much for me.
Same thing.
Yeah. To whoever's listening, I guess we're mostly just going to talk about our week, unload, and things that we've done. What do we do this week? Why are you laughing? Oh, it worked.
I have really intense seasonal depression, so I sat on the couch and stared at a ceiling with no noise.
Oh, like we're doing now.
Yeah.
Ah, perfect. I
Well-
did play Zelda though, I guess. So
Yeah, well, that's good. Oh, video game section.
yeah.
Remy, what video games did you play?
I played 0 video games, except for my mommy word cross game that I play
That's
on
a
my
game.
phone. But last
Can you
night
get a high score in that?
I am in a tournament. I am number 4.
Oh my God.
I was number 1, but I didn't play for a few hours, so I dipped.
But is that
Dipped in the
against-
rankings.
Who's that against?
I don't know. I never looked into it. I'm just
That's-
gonna be
Yep.
proud of my number
Is
4.
it about like? Is it against the computer? So you're just
No, I think it's other people. And
Remember Words with Friends?
yeah. I was the bomb at that.
Why did
Undefeated.
why did people stop?
Because who cares?
Yeah.
Well,
It-
that's anything.
That's true.
Everybody went to TikTok. They'd rather.
Well, they went to a lot of things between
Well-
Words with Friends and TikTok.
I don't
but
think
yeah.
you can really compare Words with
Nah,
Friends
you
with
can't.
TikTok. That's not even in the same realm.
That's just like I just remember like Words with Friends was a huge thing. on the
No.
internet.
What was the other one where you had to draw the picture and they had to guess what the picture was?
Oh yeah, that was big too.
That was really big.
It was like Words with Friends, but with drawing.
So
yeah.
Pictionary.
Pictionary with friends.
Ish.
Yeah,
But
but
it
it was
wasn't called that.
yeah, it was called something else.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's irrelevant now. No
It
one,
is.
Yeah.
Wild.
By the time anyone listens to this episode, it will have been a relic of the past.
It'll be worse than Egypt. Nobody'll know.
Yeah.
I don't know why that'd be worse.
I was going to say Blockbuster, but okay. You can go ahead with your Egypt analogy. That's fine.
Words with Friends. It was just as bad as what happened in Egypt.
But when?
Let my people go.
Just in the entire history of Egypt
Yeah.
since the dawn of mankind.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Well, we can get games. So how was Zelda? You beat what one? Ocarina of Time?
I beat
No.
I beat Link Between Worlds.
Link
I
Between-
beat Ocarina of Time like last week.
Yeah. What'd you think? I thought it was quick. I thought it was a very
Yeah, it
quick
was real
game.
quick. Like by the time I got to freeing the 7 sages or whatever, it was like I was done. Which is the game. But
That's the game.
like by the time I started doing that, I did all of that yesterday. So
It sucks when a game like that goes by too quick because then you forget it. I felt like I played a ton of Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild, and I
Yeah.
remember a lot of it. But they're all good games. They're not bad.
yeah.
Do you remember playing a Zelda game, Remy?
I've never played a Zelda game in my life.
That's unfortunate. Our viewers are like, and unsubscribe.
I'm a dumb girl.
That's not true.
I don't know video games.
No. We played Far Cry, New Dawn.
We did. That was fun.
My computer just went to a screensaver. Hopefully that doesn't mess up my. We're still recording. Dead air.
Cool. We can edit that out and post.
Yeah, thank God.
Or not. Just leave it in.
Just leave it.
You know, whatever.
I don't mind dead air as long
Neither
as
do
it's
I.
not like for 4 minutes.
Just us going.
No, we
It's
played.
weird sometimes though, because you get dead air and then you're not. Well, at least I'm not sure if the podcast like stopped, if my player just like exploded and I am not playing it anymore, or if it's just a pause.
I hate when I actually do listen to podcasts and say like nothing's happening. Like, did my video stop?
That's what I'm
Did
saying.
I get an error?
That's-
That's what you're saying.
That's
Okay.
the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, it didn't process in my brain.
It's fine.
My brain was like, "What is it thinking?" And it ended up where you were already at.
Anyway, we can
Anyway.
edit that out and post.
You don't have to. It's good.
Or we can edit it in pre. Maybe that didn't happen, and we
Yeah.
just edited it in
Nobody knows. You can't tell.
Okay.
I'm
because we're
pretty.
such good editors.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan,
Anyway,
I'm not doing it.
Anyway. Played that. That was fun. Cool, dude. Played Far Cry. Far Cry was really fun because I haven't played a co-op game that was actually good. Period. End of end of that sentence. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's it. You don't have. We played it together, and that's all you have to say. It was fun.
No, it was fun.
ooh,
I
why do
don't
you
know.
sound fuzzy?
Fuzzy.
Stop doing that.
It's because my lips are dry.
Ew.
I don't know. It's like a mixer thing.
It's definitely smaller than 5.
What are you talking about?
What's smaller than 5?
Far Cry.
Oh yeah.
I'm back on that.
Yeah, it was an expansion. It wasn't a full game.
Yeah.
It was mostly just an expansion. I loved it though. It was perfect because it didn't take 80 hours to beat.
Yeah.
I think we beat it in maybe 4 sessions.
Yeah.
Like a-
There's
like a
probably
s-
3.
Like an album, like a quick album. We're just like, all right, let's knock this out. That was
Yeah,
me
no,
being
like-
an artist.
By the time
All musicians are British.
by like the time anything happened, it was already over, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I
wanted to
guess
be-
my brain was programmed to expect more,
Yeah, I wanted to be really into the story. I like the
but there
story.
really wasn't much of it.
It was super deep, and they're just like, oh, it's the apocalypse. Everything's still all trippy. I am God. Kind of
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
Okay. I have 0 input on a game I did not play.
And she didn't even watch us play it
Didn't want
because
Didn't
we
you?
were in
get a
separate rooms.
glimpse.
yeah, no, that was a PC game.
Yeah.
Get more into PC gaming. I'd give it a 8 out of 10.
I'd give it a
You
2
only,
out of 3.
I was about to say you only rate by 3s because you're a
Yeah.
crazy person. You make it even less. I guess I could do a 5.
No gray area for Andrew.
No.
I was thinking about changing it to 0 to 2, but that
I think
seemed
the Lawrence
unnecessary.
method is still best for everything. 1 and 0,
Yeah.
or 0 and 1.
But see, sometimes
or it's
things
Yeah, yes or
are
no.
in the middle. Like
That's true.
Sometimes you need a gray area.
yes, like what's a movie that just came out? I don't know. The Lego movie. No, I gave that a 3.
Nobody saw it though. We were the only people who
Yeah.
saw it. Not even the children went to see it.
Like Alita Battle Angel. It obviously wasn't a 3,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was so bad that it would be a 1 because it was at least fun to watch.
They did say hiya.
And they
so
said hi-ya, so that gives it a point.
gives
but,
it a point.
So it's a 2.
They said
And that
Not
Oh, what is that
ironically,
one
might
thing?
I add.
I.
It was
There's
a
a-
serious moment.
We can go back to that. We can go back to Lita. It's been long enough for me to stew on how much I still am amazed by how that got made. How much was that? How much did it cost to make that movie?
Do you want to talk about
Oh.
the 15-minute learn how to rollerblade scene?
oh yeah.
Oh my god, that wasn't 15 minutes. That was maybe like 5.
Well, it
It was
felt
too
like
long.
15.
Yeah, it was long enough that I noticed.
That only reminded me. You guys will not know. This is another one for any random listener. Air Gear. There was an anime called Air Gear about just a bunch of like gangs who had electric skates, like built-in motor skates, and they like basically defied gravity because anime. But it was fun. That's basically what that was. I was like, oh, dope. And then she said hiya 4 times. 3
She said
times.
it twice. Well, she said it once. It just got repeated 3 times.
That's the worst part. She didn't even get to say it twice. It was just they re-edited it twice. That was someone making a decision,
Yeah.
going,
Robert Rodriguez said, "You know what I want? A repeat.
Hi.
Let's recap what we just saw."
It's
in a
like My Hero
flashback.
Academia.
"Oh my god." That's a whole nother thing where you can't even get through an episode without them repeating the first half of the episode back at you. and when you have a dream, you know?
Like Martin Luther King
Yeah.
Jr.
No, but that, I guess there is a gray area. But like I've told everybody else, that was a fun movie to watch and make fun of. I didn't
Yeah.
want to at first. I wanted to go in and be like, all right. Because I felt like you actually really wanted to see it.
I wouldn't say I wanted to see it.
But it's like
I was interested in
we
it.
had
Well,
to.
that's like Andrew and I had the discussion about there are 2 separate scales. Was this a cinematic masterpiece
Yeah.
on a scale of 1 to 3 versus my enjoyment level?
Yeah.
Was
Like
Rampage a cinematic masterpiece
Absolutely not.
that I think deserved awards? No.
But I
did
loved
I
it.
love it? Yes.
George.
Box office. Alita tops 300 million overseas as Green Book passes Titanic in China.
Okay.
Well, good news
That's
is
interesting.
good news is Alita
Wow.
made its money back overseas because what will Chinese people not see?
Black people.
Black people, yeah.
Whoa!
They don't like them.
Thank God this is the first podcast.
Already killing our viewership.
Someone's gonna go all the way back to the first podcast and be like, whoa.
Listen, I'm not saying I agree. I'm saying that they have been in the news multiple
Yeah, I
times.
should
for-
definitely-
Remember's the shock jock of the
I should
show.
full delete and like email Facebook and tell them to delete all of anything I've ever posted because I've definitely posted stuff that I shouldn't have.
Yeah. Well,
Just
that
hands down.
kind
I've
of-
definitely joked about going to Japan and posted pictures of Jackie Chan, fully knowing that he's not Japanese.
Well, that's kind of dependent on us getting famous enough for anyone to care about that.
You
I
never
can
know.
tell you now it's never going to happen.
Exactly.
There's probably like 3 people that'll watch, and it's one like just guy with no life who's like, we said one wrong thing. He said, I like to lead a battle angel. And he looks us up and he doxes us.
Yeah, fuck it.
Also, why is the word dox? I feel like I never heard
I
that
think it
before.
stands for something.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, though.
I feel like I've
I'm not a
never
fucking
heard
nerd.
it until the past few months. Now it's everywhere. I knew what it was since
No,
4chan.
no. It's been around for a while.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
like
yeah.
you said, the 4chan thing, and then when a bunch of racist white girls at colleges started posting pictures of them on Snapchat and blackface,
They did what was called doxing.
well, not them, people to them.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
They got doxed.
Yes,
They got doctored.
yes,
They got doctored in.
yes.
New Pokemon's been announced.
Why the fuck do you keep talking about things that I don't know about? I don't fucking play Pokemon.
And like, there's nothing to talk about Pokemon.
Yeah, no.
It's
They
there.
announced the starters. Cool.
They did. I've already seen a ton of memes though for the grass Pokemon. Like nobody apparently likes them. They like the bunny where there's a lizard.
I
Yeah.
don't know even
Here,
what that
okay.
means.
No. Well, this will be a first introduction. Hold on. Ow, fuck.
The doom is upon us.
Yeah, we got the springs on the.
Oh no.
It's ominous.
It's like a clock tower.
I don't know if it'll actually pick up in the.
That's quite enough.
The whatchamacallit. Okay, you've definitely.
I can get down with some sickness.
You've definitely seen the Detective Pikachu trailers, though, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about those?
I don't know because I didn't really grow up playing Pokemon. I didn't watch it. I have no ties to Pokemon, so it's just another movie that Ryan Reynolds is in as far as
But-
I'm concerned.
But do you think it looks entertaining?
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I'm more excited than I ever thought I'd be for the
Dude,
live action
same.
Pokemon. I don't know why I'm for it.
I don't
I
know
just
if
have
it
no
just hit my
emotional
nostalgia
ties.
button or
Yeah.
It hit me right in the feels.
Makes sense
what. Well,
to me.
I wouldn't go that far, but it
I get
hit me
chills.
somewhere.
I get chills when I watch it. All right, so these are the 3 new starters. The
All right,
grass
let
one
me
is
Let me take a look. Let me look.
the grass one is the one that people keep making fun of on the internet for some reason.
The
I don't know
grass
why.
Oh, that's the
one?
monkey.
Yeah, the like melon monkey.
Yeah.
I like it. Grookey?
The monkey
Grookey?
is that
Is
its
that
name?
its fucking name? Grookey?
I don't have my glasses on.
Let
I
me
have my
see.
contacts.
The little
in. I
fucking
can't even
green
see.
one. So there's a green one, a bunny, and then the blue one.
Is a lizard. Yeah.
That does not look like a lizard, first of all. I like the little
He's
monkey.
a water lizard.
I've
It's
seen a
cute.
bunch of memes of the lizard one because it says when your little brother deletes your save in Pokemon, and he's just like, he makes the face.
Oh, well, that's the other one.
Yeah, no, that's the only meme I've seen about that. Everything else is like beating on, like making fun of the green one for some reason.
I've seen absolutely zero.
Well,
I saw like 3 the day after it happened, and now
we do live in a different world. Oh, there's already Kit Kats in Japan for it though.
Well, why wouldn't there be?
That's true.
Pokemon. They like Pokemon as much as Chinese people don't like black people.
Sued. We're being doxxed.
Oh, man.
Definitely being doxxed. Hands down, the doxxed most. I don't know what else. I have shit on my list, but like, what else is going on
Okay,
with you
let's
guys?
fucking talk about it.
Why is it gotta be my stuff?
Well, because all I did this week was smoke weed and watch Little Nicky and eat lasagna.
We watched
bed.
the Oceans movies.
We did. We did watch the Oceans movies.
All of them, in
I
fact.
All
watched
of them.
2 of them with you, and I have since. Well, I had already seen the other 2.
I
secretly loved them.
love them.
Actually,
you don't have
I
to
take
be
that
secretive
back.
about it.
I not so secretly loved them.
It's not like they're bad movies.
They're not.
No.
Well, they are, but they're
No,
good.
But
The
everyone, no one,
Ocean's
like,
8,
hates
I hate
them.
to be the guy who's like, that one was the worst. But that one was the best filmed because it was the newest. It's hard not to make a decently filmed movie now, but it's just it lacked that like energy, I guess, of the first ones.
Yeah, so I felt
they
like
did all seem bored.
I felt like it was good. I enjoyed it, but there weren't really any super climactic moments. There weren't any moments where I was like, "Oh shit, that guy has to do I can't fucking talk. A backflip, like
Yeah.
when he's in the safe." Or
That was the
vault.
only time, is spoiler alert, was when the Chinese guy from the original one came. You were just like, oh my god, yes. You're like, yes,
Yeah.
because you were just like, oh, he's gonna do something cool, and then he did something cool. But no, it kind of, even the music.
I just feel like it went off without a hitch, which is good. That was the
Yeah.
point of the movie, but there weren't really any like twists or turns, which I guess you don't need a twist and a
The,
turn
well,
to
the
make
only
a good
major
movie.
twist, spoiler alert, is at the, if you haven't seen Ocean's 8,
Who cares?
I don't know. Some people are like that. Was when they stole more of the diamonds. They're
Yeah,
just
but,
like,
like-
ooh, wait a second.
But like, let's be real.
Or,
Did
like,
we
when
think they
the-
weren't gonna do that?
I honestly didn't think. I was just like, they
I
got the
wasn't even
necklace.
thinking of that
Yeah.
at all.
Oh.
But
That's the
it's
thing.
like-
Even in the first one that I never saw, I was just like, what else? They're not just gonna rob, or like there's
Well,
always.
that's why I thought that
yeah.
having watched the previous 3 movies, I was like, okay, they're not just stealing this necklace. And they also had a bunch of, like zoom ins and shots of the jewels on the other things. And I was like, okay, they're obviously
Yeah.
showing this to me for a reason.
Did they do any of those like crazy wide pans or like zoom ins and stuff? Like, I know it was a
No.
different director.
No.
That's also what kind of make it. It was a different director.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it not Soderbergh?
It
No, he was
not-
there.
I thought
He might have
was.
produced
Maybe,
it
yeah,
or
maybe.
directed
He might have
it,
produced
but
it,
he was
yeah.
involved.
I
I
thought
know
he was
that.
the
I don't know to
director.
what extent.
Too
but
late to review the Oceans movies.
Yeah.
A segment. When do we start that? It's only been
Now
8.
apparently.
Well, I can go back. We can edit it in post. So that was fun. Oceans movies. I feel like people forgot about them. Maybe get a bad rap, but I loved them.
Honestly, the thing I love about those types of movies are if I feel like I'm rooting for something, I'm going to have a good time. So, like, going back to Rampage or those Oceans movies, you feel like you want them to succeed.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that makes it much more enjoyable for me when I'm rooting for someone and I want something to happen versus me just idly watching what is happening.
Yeah. Also, Don Cheadle's English accent.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Perfect.
from what I've heard, seen,
My net.
or whatever, the only like bad things I've heard about the Ocean's movies is that they're all the same, which they are.
Yeah.
But
They're
they're
heist
fun,
movies.
Yeah. I don't see what the problem is with
Post
that.
nasal drip.
Did you do a lot of Coke recently?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I did a lot of cold.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. That was a failed joke. Wah wah. I don't have my soundboard up.
Crickets.
That's my. That's
You
my.
all just sound like Cardi B.
Good.
I can do that, but I can't do crickets. Hold on. There you go.
Perfect.
It is
Great
done.
job.
It's after the moment, but just soon enough.
It
that
is done.
It wasn't the other one.
I didn't need that.
Yeah.
I
no.
could have done without
We
that.
can take that in post.
Put the batteries back together.
No thanks.
Oh, there
to
we go.
that.
In the video, we could say things we could have taken out and posted but didn't. Have that counter.
Perfect. Are you gonna have a blooper reel?
If I cut the audio, I'm gonna have to match it up to that, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be a whole thing. No thanks. It's going in just.
Well, you just sync them at the beginning, and then you just.
Then I have to look at like second counts. Fuck that noise. I mean, funk that noise, bro.
Well, I mean, that's
PG-13.
gonna have audio too, so you just match up the audio.
Oh yeah, I guess you could do that. Anyway,
And that was our editing a podcast segment
yeah, this is how you edit a podcast.
by people who don't even have one yet.
I was off social media for a while. You guys know that. People who aren't listening don't know that.
Yeah.
No, I
How's
just
that been?
it was fine, but I felt like even being off of social media, I didn't get anything done. I feel like even the time where I'd be sitting looking at nonsense videos on Instagram, I was still lying down. I
Yeah,
still
but
somehow
that's-
filled that time with what I felt like was nothing productive.
But that's just you as a person.
Well, that's fine.
That's you choosing to not do anything productive.
I guess so. I mean, hopefully now I'll have something to edit and all that nonsense. But yeah, it felt like I'd come home, go to the gym, and then still have that time. But for some reason, I didn't feel it. I think I either napped or just took my time during the day more. I don't know. Maybe that's better. But yeah, I've been back on and it's been nothing but toxicity. The toxicity in your city.
Anyway,
I don't have the royalties for that. I can't play it.
Well, we just did a cover of it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how the law.
I don't know how that's work.
It's something about 30 seconds, maybe. I don't know.
we need a legal department. We need legal counsel.
I should have gone to law school instead of engineering school.
Remy, you don't think you're on Instagram too much?
No.
No?
I get a report. I'm on Instagram for maybe 30 minutes a day.
I used to have a timer that said you've been on for 30 minutes, and I'd be like, okay, next, and keep going.
I literally spend more time puffing on my jewel than I do on Instagram.
Man, you'll be great with the teens. They'll be like, look at that dope ass girl vaping.
Well, I don't know about that.
Andrew.
I've been off for 2 years, so.
Well, now you're on the Twitter.
Well, I
Of
guess,
sorts.
technically,
Well,
strictly speaking, I guess so, but
Well.
not really.
anyway, but I've been on. I always end up on we talked about this earlier. I always end up on the Instagrams that are just all about fitness because they're so fascinating to me. It's just people pointing at their bodies and lifting things. Like, that's so interesting to watch. I know you already said that I'm one of those people watching it, but why do other people not do it for research? Because I'm definitely just doing it for research.
I don't know. I think a lot of people need help or find motivation or influence through them. I mean, that's kind of the point. I follow a person on Instagram who, I mean, she doesn't do videos like that. It's definitely just like her looking good in a fucking beach somewhere. But I still follow her because it's nice to see, I guess. I don't know. Not everything has to be a super serious post or like, I don't know. Who
No.
fucking cares?
You know, no. Okay, yes. But also, I also hate it when you post more than just maybe a small paragraph. When you have separated 14 different things explaining something, I feel like that's not what, like, write a blog.
Maybe
Well,
they
I
have
think
one too.
that's what they use Instagram for,
Yeah, but
which I guess you can do.
People
but-
literally get paid to be Instagram
Yeah.
influencers. I mean,
I don't want to have to keep going. Like,
so don't.
and,
There is no you have to. Just don't.
But
with
like-
that, my brain, for me, it's a yes. I can't click it off. It's like, oh, gotta look at it.
You're just like your father. Addictive personality.
No, that's the problem. That's why I can't get into things to like gambling or drinking. I'm just like, I'd go full force. That's why I don't like competing, because I know I get way too into it.
So I'm not competitive. I
Can
don't really care
confirm.
about winning, but I definitely get super sucked into things.
I just want to have fun.
You know, like my jewel.
We're just trying to have fun, man.
Just trying to have
It's a
fun.
good fucking time, man. Just a good fun
Here
time.
for a good time, not a long time.
Just here for a fun time. Just having fun, dude. Totally fun.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
What made you get off social media, Andrew?
I think one of my neighbors was telling me how my other neighbor, who's a huge bitch, was somehow on my shit. So I was like, well, That's
Now,
enough.
when you say
That's
on
enough
my
for that.
shit,
Well, she was on my Facebook page, and like making fun of a post I made like 6 months ago. I was like, all right, so you clearly scrolled through my Facebook page to get to this one thing I said about looking for a job because I didn't have a job at the time.
oh yeah,
God
that's right. You were
forbid.
I forgot you were unemployed for a long time.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
offense, you know.
No, I mean, I was 19, so.
That's it. 19 felt like 4 years. It felt like the year.
No,
of being
actually, I think I got my first job when I was 21, so
nice.
whatever. I've been gainfully employed ever since.
Whatever.
Whatever.
So yeah, then I got off of it, and that's it. And I was tired of seeing all the mommies and daddies on there posting about their children.
So recently on Facebook, some extended family members have added me into a group to talk about our family history and heritage.
No, I'd have left.
And they're trying to connect all the cousins and ask people like who they are and where they're from and how they're related and the lineage. And I just don't fucking care at all. I'm like, please. I removed myself. No thanks.
So rude.
I don't care. I don't care about my second cousin's grandpa being from Italy. I know we're Sicilian. I don't need someone to tell me.
That's
I
true.
know.
My mom doesn't even talk to her sister. We're down to the even further. The closest you can be, my family doesn't even talk to each other.
Yeah, same. My dad doesn't talk to one of his brothers.
It's so weird because I know like some families are so connected and just get together all of the time. Have we like my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, however you want to put it. His family's always getting together and stuff. And like, don't you guys hate each other? Like, yeah. Like, why do you keep doing this to yourself?
Why do it?
Like, you have nothing in common. Like, well, in your family. It's like, damn, Fast and Furious. Do it for the fam, I guess. But no thanks.
Yeah. No
I'd rather start a podcast.
I like my family though, my immediate family. I like my mom and my dad. I think they're cool. I think I could hang out with them. I do. I do hang out with them, and it's just, us talking about music and movies. It's basically this.
I haven't seen my dad in like 6 months.
You've
That's a
talked.
lie.
No, you
I've
went
talked to him, but
You
I haven't
went
seen
to
him since
P.F.
Christmas.
Chang's. You went to
Oh,
P.F.
that's true. That was his
Chang's
birthday.
in
What is
Amish
with-
country.
White parents and wanting to go to P.F. Chang's, because that's
That's
what
what
my
I
parents
said.
did.
It's the least punk rock place, man.
I don't know about least punk rock. It's just like very. Let's go get Chinese food, but fancy Chinese
Yeah,
food.
but
I
it's
was like,
not.
It's
It's
not.
just
Let's get
regular
Chinese food that's 2 times the price and leave a
yeah.
tip.
It's
Yeah.
just like if Applebee's did Chinese food.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
But they have those big stone horses, so it's high end.
And the worst part is you never eat it. You get appetizers. My mother always gets 4 appetizers for everybody, and then nobody eats the dinner, and then you bring it all home.
Yeah, but I will say those lettuce wraps pretty good.
Yeah, we got lettuce wraps.
I like their lettuce wraps.
My mom's just like, I know your sister loves lettuce wraps, so we're gonna get 4.
Jeez.
We did get 4. We got 2.
The good news is I do have a P.F. Chang's gift card from
And everybody has a P.F. Chang's gift card. Everybody.
literally from about 7 years ago. The last time I was in California,
Yeah.
we went and they gave us a gift card.
Everyone has a P.F. Whether you know you have it or not, there is a P.F. Chang's gift card in everyone's house.
Well, you
Yeah,
also
no,
have an
my-
Olive Garden one.
My wallet came with them. It was like it wasn't even a special feature. I just looked inside where my money would go, and there was an Olive Garden and a P.F. Chang's gift card. I
Damn.
was like, damn, I paid $10 for this wallet. They gave me $25 worth of gift cards.
P.F. Chang's is trying anything to be relevant. Dead air. And next bit.
And that was it. That was that.
That was
Cat in the
that.
Hat, and that was that.
That was our gift card special.
Yeah, we've been talking about a bunch of stuff in the pre-show. E-Bombs World, old websites, Newgrounds, E-Bombs World, mini clips.
Funnyjunk.com.
Oh,
Remember
shit.
that one?
It was like
no.
not even that funny, but it was all junk.
That's
All junk, no
Honestly,
funny.
That's like where memes started.
I know. It was like pre-memes.
Pre-meme.
Yeah,
It
E-Bombs
was
World too.
the Weezer Pork and Beans video.
The
was
question
pre-memes.
is, do you guys remember E-Fucked?
Yeah, dude.
Remember that? That's where the cum omelet lives.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That video? Scarred for
do,
life by that,
yeah,
by the
no,
way.
I don't know if I ever
remember
went on to it because I didn't watch that video, but
I can't wait to put in the description talking about relevant things like E-Bombs World and E-Fucked. Because it's definitely what it was E-F-U-K-T or something.
Yeah.
Definitely, yes. But that's why I can no longer eat egg whites without gagging. So,
I'm glad that I didn't watch that because I can.
Yuck.
yeah, pretty gross. Not good.
I got a good position right here. I'm all relaxed.
That's
How's your
sweet.
back?
It's fine.
Yeah,
It was
Why didn't you
back
ask
day
about my
today.
back?
Because you got a back.
because you're already resting back.
Excuse me?
You're over here curled up with a blanket, comfy as fuck.
What else is new?
I'm out here on the corner of the couch, standing straight up, trying to maintain posture so that my voice has the right inflections
Yeah, you got
and tones.
I don't give a fuck about
Speaking
inflection.
from my diaphragm.
What about your xiphoid process?
I don't know what that is. I'm not a scientist.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's right. Show
right
the
under
tits
my
to the
boobs.
camera.
In my
Bruh. They can't see shit.
They.
who,
Nobody
who
can
are
see-
they?
You were saying Schrodinger's podcast.
Ugh.
Them?
Did anybody see it? Does if a podcast isn't seen, is it relevant?
No,
No.
obviously.
Even podcasts that are seen.
What I said was, if a podcast isn't listened to, does it even exist?
Well, I mean, it exists.
Well,
Does it?
It
Because
exists.
if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Yes.
No, it doesn't, because sound is reliant on observation.
English.
The sound exists. There is a recorded document of sorts.
Okay, so it's a bad analogy, but
Smart words coming out of my mouth. I can't keep up with the conversation. Too simple.
that's fine. I don't know.
Didn't mean to hit that one, but that's the one we're
Perfect.
keeping
Where's
with.
Drake?
I don't know. Where is he? What's he doing right now?
I don't know. You,
Oh, is that him at the door?
you just summoned
Oh,
him.
hey, Drake. How crazy. If we actually got big, how conceited. We're already talking about getting
Yeah.
big.
Where it's
We just got to have our sights set in the future, so far in the future.
Do you remember that poster that like every 3rd grade or 5th grade teacher had that said, "Aim for the moon, so even if you miss, you'll still be amongst the stars"?
Yeah, but the other next closest star is like billions and billions and billions of light
You gotta
years away.
wait.
Hashtag Beetlejuice.
I don't know what that is.
Hashtag
Just
people
star?
who get famous when old.
Huh?
Like people who get into Hollywood at like,
Like Paul McCartney?
Palm.
Because after he had that song with Kanye, was it?
Yeah.
He blew up, dude. I'd never heard of
Oh,
Paul
shut
McCartney.
up. What are you talking about, bro?
Just trying to be funny.
Yeah. No, but like I was about to say Don Cheadle, not Don Cheadle. The comedian,
Ah, yeah, that guy.
not the comedian.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Like he didn't start until he was
Well, there's a ton of those. I mean, I always see that thing on
At
Facebook about
McDonald's
how
before
Tina
she
Fey
got
was
famous
in her 30s and Oprah Winfrey and blah blah blah.
Just need things to break the right way.
yeah, like my legs.
Hit and a miss. Swing and a miss. I said it wrong.
Oh wait, no, I definitely.
No, I
I'm
hit it and-
mining.
The catcher missed it.
Yeah.
I'm mining. I'm mining.
No one wants to hear you sing that song.
Oh man, it wasn't here at one point. It is gone now. I did have hit or miss. LeBron James. We get talk about music. A ton of music came out,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a revitalization of the late 2000s bands.
dude.
It's true, but I haven't listened to any of it because I've been listening
A little closer to the mic.
a little. Fucking take that out. Take that out and post.
You're like falling away. You're like falling asleep from the mic. You're like, and when I was going to the
Sorry. Well, because this is this isn't a natural sitting position for me.
Anyway, you haven't listened to.
I haven't been listening to new music, really. I've been listening to Paul Simon. Paul Simon.
I mean, that's okay.
Fleetwood Mac.
You're just missing out, man.
I'm not missing out. I just
Yeah, you're
don't
not.
care right now.
Oh,
Ariana Grande's new album is super good.
yeah.
Okay.
That's like the most recent music I've heard, and Palace's new stuff. They have a
Oh,
couple songs.
they have a new album coming out. Shouts out to Palace that nobody knows.
It's okay.
The new album or
That no one knows them.
It's okay that no one knows. Them.
oh yeah.
No one
They'll
knows
get
us
there one
either.
day. They'll get there
They're
one day.
they're very good though, and I'm surprised
They
they
are. They're good.
they're really 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 good, and I'm surprised every time I've played their other stuff for people, they're like, who's this? What is this? And then they hear it and they're like, oh, I gotta find out, and then I go back and like, you ever download Palace? And like, who?
I got my mom into Palace. She listens to them now.
It's good. I don't know.
heard
I'm
of
really excited for the new Vampire. I've never really cared about Vampire Weekend per se. I've listened to all their stuff, but I was never like, oh hell yeah, Vampire Weekend. I was just like, yeah, okay. And now I'm super excited for their new album, I guess. Also, I feel like a lot of artists are releasing a ton of singles,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like more so than I've ever noticed in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
we're in a streaming world
Yeah.
now, so you don't I mean, I don't really know how the radio works and producing, but I would imagine it's a lot easier to release singles with things like Spotify and iTunes and Tidal and all that than it was previously.
yeah.
Streaming services making it a lot easier, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's like that movie Hearts Beat Loud with Nick Offerman.
Didn't see it.
Well, no one did, but
Bummer.
he
Along
and
with
his
Palace.
daughter make a single, and then he puts it on Spotify or something, and then it just comes on in the new song playlist, and
Oh.
then everyone loves it, and then I forget what happened after that, but
Okay.
I don't know, it was okay.
How's the movie end? Let's just spoil it for me.
So Nick Offerman owns a record store, and he closes it, and he and his daughter, Kiersey Clement, I forget what she's
Don't
in.
know who that is.
She was in Dope, I think.
Huh.
So they play the song. They play a little set, a going away set for the record store, and then she goes to college or something. I don't know.
Heartwarming.
And
Yeah,
that's
I mean, it was like it was like a father daughter fucking
I would have cried.
movie. Yeah.
It's definitely on my list, but now I don't need to watch it because I guess they both die in the end.
No. Well, eventually, yeah, but
Don't we all just
That's how
die
you
not
can-
during the
You
movie.
could say that about any movie and you'd be right.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah.
Titanic, they all die in the end.
Eventually.
That one's pretty obvious, I guess. Star Wars.
That was so long ago, they're already dead.
Well, yeah, that was in the past.
It was a long, long time ago, I
It
think,
was a
specifically.
long, long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how we're defining a long time. It could be like 5 seconds, so it would then just be 10 seconds ago. But
Time is relative.
yeah, as Albert Einstein once said.
We're all just aliens living in another world.
Ugh.
I was doing, what's his name from King of the Hill?
Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pocket
Pocket sand. Do your Bobby.
Me?
Yeah, we're all...
No thanks.
Andrew, who do you think you can do the best?
Probably Hank.
Let's hear it.
God damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, those are good.
It was okay.
I'm
What?
okay, Dad.
I need to be in the moment.
That
There's too much pressure to do it into a microphone.
Especially on the spot.
Yeah, it's different.
I just make it. I don't even have. I was just making that up. I was just going off the cuff.
I don't think I can really do anyone from... Oh, you know what? I used to be able to do a good Luann.
Luann.
She's pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
That was a conversation killer.
Yeah.
What?
Rough.
Sorry, damn.
Edit it out in post.
Edit everything out and post. It'll just be the intro.
Delete the entire podcast in post.
It's just.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just
so
the
DIY, we don't even do
It's
it.
just the clip from Andrew and live from King of Prussia. It's Andrew. Oh, we decided that that's him mimicking Hillary Clinton.
Oh, it's Cedar Rapids?
Yeah.
We're here. It's Cedar Rapids.
But
We're
are you
just
gonna...
chilling in Cedar Rapids.
Oh, are you going to Pokemon Go to the polls?
Well, I did,
He did.
but
Same.
I haven't played Pokemon Go, so.
Is it worth getting political in this podcast at all?
Absolutely not.
No.
You and I can
A
have
resounding
those
no.
discussions.
We could do
Outside.
multiple podcasts. This could just be like the general.
Oh, no.
And then you guys can come in and it'll just be me reviewing anime like an asshole. Just by myself wearing like an anime hat or some bullshit.
In your
Jordan, you do
bright
that
orange
anyway.
underwear.
in my orange underwear with my balls hanging out. Filming it nonetheless, not just the podcast. It's like, Jordan, you know your balls are hanging out, right?
This is going on Pornhub, right?
No, it's going on eFucked.
We're going to make them relevant again.
Let's bring eFucked back. That's what I want to do.
I don't want to. I don't
Tear
want
down
to.
the wall.
I've seen some pretty traumatic videos that
Tear down the firewall. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we were scrolling through eBum's world and it's still really not still. It's an even better website than it was when it came out.
For the Germans, who's looking at it?
Exactly.
I may be making this up right now, but wasn't E-Bombs World like a white supremacist thing at one point?
Probably.
Right?
Like I said, when I was on
Everything
there,
was a white supremacist
Yeah.
thing.
That's
Fucking
true.
Pepe.
apparently only
Yeah.
white people had the internet in the 90s and early 2000s. That's not true at all.
Well, yeah, because the
Yeah,
government
everyone.
was busy introducing crack to the non-whites.
No,
Jeez.
yeah, even now it still feels pretty like white guy, like only old white
Do you
dudes.
guys believe this Momo thing?
I don't know what that
Do you think
means.
it's real?
That's no, it's been debunked. It was a Japanese statue that an artist made.
So I did see that, but I've also seen videos of people playing YouTube videos, and it does come up. So I just don't know.
Oh, I didn't do any digging. I don't know what the whole like break it down. What exactly?
Yeah, I don't even know
So
what you're
people were
talking about.
saying that in regular YouTube videos, this Momo character would come up in the middle and do the whole, kill your parents, cut yourself, murder everyone, or I'm gonna find you thing, and then it would go right back into the video. And the one that I saw was some guy who was recording his smartphone. He played a YouTube video of Peppa Pig, and it just in the middle cuts to Momo.
Like as
so
an
I
ad?
don't. No, it's not an ad. It's like literally part of the video. So I don't know if someone just has supreme hacking skills or if they're just videos uploaded with it or what. I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I think it's kind of hard to believe that someone could do that just in the middle of that without doing it beforehand.
Yeah, I
if that
feel like
makes
you'd
sense.
have to, like, I don't know how YouTube works. I've only ever uploaded one video, but that
Same.
was 10 years ago. But
Well, I've never uploaded a video, but yeah, I
like,
gotcha.
I can't imagine you can just hack in and put it in
Yeah,
unless it's like an ad. Like
Yeah.
you have to actively put that in
Right.
the video.
right. But the thing I did see come out of it was, at least pay attention to your kids now and see what they're watching.
You
which, like,
shouldn't
I
have
agree with.
before.
No, but I mean, I agree. Like, a lot of people just kind of leave the kid alone to do whatever the fuck they want on their iPad so that they shut the fuck up for a minute. So when mommy and daddy go to PF Chang's, they don't have to hear their screaming child. But, I mean,
When daddy's on fucked and the kid's in the other room.
Jesus
E-Bombs
Christ.
World.
Unbelievable.
Is
Okay.
anyone's dad on eFucked?
What?
Is that a young man's site? Or
I'm sorry. I gotta go to fucked real quick. I gotta bring it up.
Please do.
I'm definitely gonna bring it up.
Don't get any viruses.
Not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
this is how that MoMA video gets put in the
MoMA.
thing.
Are you 40? That's how the MoMA thing came
What?
up.
What was it?
MoMA came from fucked.
Momo.
MoMo.
Oh my god, it's
Sorry.
just a vagina. The best what the fuck moments in webcam history.
Yeah, there's like people shitting on each other. There's a fucking cam girl probably who has a dick down there,
There's definitely
which is
dads
fine.
on there.
I'm not
Nowhere to run. Cum haters. The Snapchat of cam whores. That's definitely not a dick.
Jordan, are you hard right now looking at all these vaginas?
Fully torqued. A day to remember. 07 5/06/07, a day to remember. Almost 12 years ago, an anonymous internet user asked the world for help, but in a strange twist of fate, achieved a status of legendary. This is an ongoing sentence that I am fucking
It
up.
literally sounds horrifying.
Yeah. Status of
0
legendary
out of
hero that
3.
hasn't been matched since those brief moments of 5/6/7. Never forget. And it's just a picture of a girl with a shocked face and her vagina up against the lens.
Perfect.
That's where I like my vaginas.
And then right down to it, how to seduce a black woman.
Oh, hell yeah. Finally, we can know.
Groupie confessions, new year, new me. Show and tell fail. High maintenance. No, this is like crazy. White girl overload. And then, of course, you got your merch. E-fucked shirts. I'm just going to start walking around
Can
with
you
an
imagine?
e-fucked shirt.
Can you get me one?
Walking down the street and seeing someone with an e-fucked shirt?
It's gonna be me.
I think
Oh.
the more you have, the big thing about it is being the person recognizing it. Like, oh, yo, bro, e-fucked. And he's like, yeah, dude, remember
Well,
that one with the cum
Everyone
waffle?
knows what e-fucked was.
It's an omelet.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's whatever breakfast item.
Well, it's worse because they cook it. So It's not a drizzle on top. It is a
Up and there we go.
live jasmine.
Straight. I was forwarded right to a porn website
Oh,
for
we're gonna see
cams.
titties?
Yep. They didn't even half try. It's just that easy, you know? You don't really even have to try. Like to find porn.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Just type in any word.
I love like fucking going to a porn website and then there's like tease videos. Like you don't even need to do that. There's the video below it is just the clip is of a gaping asshole.
Is that the kind of porn you're into?
No.
Is that the genre that you go
I'm just
to
saying
and look for?
the algorithm the algorithm is real fucked because like I said it'll like above it'll be like girl teases titty.
Why does she look like she's in 1960s Star Trek? Why does it look like she took a bath in butter? She's so greasy.
This would be a decent podcast just commenting on this website.
Watching porn. and
Well,
commenting on
I
it.
guess it's technically watching porn. Is porn defined as just people being naked on screen?
I think it has to be sexual in nature.
Yeah. I mean, she's obviously being sexual in nature, but I don't know. I feel like
Well, I agree, but I mean, if two people are naked on screen, it doesn't necessarily make it porn. I think there has to be a sexual.
Yeah, that could
like
just
would
be
you
a statement.
consider this like would you go porn?
Yeah, if I was a teacher and I walked into a classroom and this was on a computer, this is porn.
Yeah.
Why is she having trouble? Why is she taking her jeans off like that?
Because she's a fucking idiot. She's doing porn. Not all porn stars are idiots. But, so I take that back.
Backtrack.
Oh man, now we're gonna get taken down by porn artists. God damn it.
Fuck.
Porn artists and people who like to lead a battle angel.
And black people.
And black people. And
I
Chinese
didn't.
people.
No. It's the Chinese people that are gonna come after me because I said that they were racist.
Japanese people are pretty racist.
Yeah, they are. Admittedly.
I'm glad nobody's gonna listen to the first podcast.
Yeah.
So far, we've definitely dug our own hole.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere from
We're
here.
absolutely.
We're not going up.
All we can do is keep digging.
All we can do is
Really.
keep digging. Tune
Give
in.
Howard Stern a run for his money.
Tune in next week.
Howard Stern, we'd have to get up on the mic and do.
Huh?
Did you ever see the movie Private Parts?
I watched that movie before I even knew what.
Unfucking believable. So there's a scene where he wants a girl to sit on speaker so she can pleasure herself, and he tells her to turn the bass all the way up, and he puts his mouth to the mic and does and then she turns the bass all the way up and she fucking jerks off to Howard Stern's voice, literally.
Yeah.
I
That's
can't believe you don't
something I
remember
could
that.
see on that. I never saw that movie.
Unbelievable. I used to call a cat I had pig vomit.
Yeah.
Is that copyrighted?
Unnecessary.
You know how it goes. Anyway, fucked. Check it out, kids.
Hey, man,
Don't buy Jewel Pods. Check out eFucked. You won't get popcorn lung, but you will get a boner maybe.
Popcorn
Maybe.
lung.
Hard
Yeah.
maybe on that one.
I forget what that is. What is that?
Look it up. You got Google up right now.
I don't want to look it up.
It just has to do with a thing in your lungs that is a term that they use. I don't know the exact scientific medical thing that you would call it.
It's when
But
you
yes,
eat
it is
too
a thing
much.
that happens from people who vape. Usually it's those big boxes though, and the people who like use vape juice and do the whole thing.
They have like it looks like a whole. They're holding
they're playing
an
saxophone?
iPod, an open face iPod, like a
Yeah.
see-through Game Boy.
Yeah.
You're just like, why do you have a see-through Game Boy? They're like, it's my jewel. Well, I guess it's not technically a jewel.
It's not a jewel.
A
but yeah.
vape.
Yeah,
Crazy culture.
I guess.
Well, not culture, but like just another thing that people can get way too into.
Yeah. Someone I used to work with, she told me that her husband used to make his own vape juice.
Huh.
And, like, he had a whole setup. And I really just think he was making meth. But, you know, it's a whole thing. You're right. It is a little bit of a culture. It is a thing.
Oh, it's definitely a culture. There's nothing wrong with it, though. I'm getting a lot of weird stuff in my headphone. But it's just interesting that people can, like, make it now. Like, you can tinker with your vape.
Is there going to be like craft vaping, like craft breweries?
100%.
There,
Probably already is.
that one in King of Prussia, I pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, is craft vaping. The deep water or deep sea or whatever it's
Deep
called.
Six.
Yeah, deep
That's
six.
where I got my little pods from. You know,
Yeah.
even people do that with these. They'll, like, open these up and put their own juice and stuff in here. in these little pods that
Huh.
you
It seems
dispose of.
dangerous.
Well,
it's
it's
all
not
pretty dangerous.
dangerous. You're not. It's not. I don't know if it's flammable, but it's not like you're.
Well-
in what way is it dangerous?
Because let's say you didn't put it back together right, and then it explodes.
I don't
I
think
feel
it's
like-
going to explode. I think it'll just leak in here. And
Anything with
not
the
work.
battery can
Then
explode.
I'm just saying. It seems like it would
Sorry,
open
no.
up the possibility for.
It's
bad
it's
things
few and
to
far
happen.
between.
People talk on the phone when they pump their car with gas. I mean,
Well,
That's true.
that you're more likely to explode from that.
are you? I thought that was disconfirmed.
Actually, I have no idea.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
not
that was just a
anymore.
myth.
Wasn't there like pads you would have to touch before you pumped gas? Like there was
Yeah,
like
For
so you
static
get your
and stuff.
static and
off.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still
Anyway.
definitely pump and pop back in, baby. I'm not standing out in the cold.
I just pump my gas and light a lighter. I don't smoke. I just put a lighter there and hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
What's the best case scenario for you?
Yeah, you don't die.
Well, I
I'm a
think for
risk taker.
Andrew, I think best case scenario would be dying in a fiery
Yeah,
explosion.
Exactly. I'm back with my people. Ultimately, every ginger
Back with my
dies
people.
in a burst of flames.
Is that even if it's a peaceful death, you're just like, and it was a long life, and he's
Yeah.
just laying there and combusts.
Is it
Yeah,
all gingers though?
I don't know.
Like all the different types?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't have any facts to back that up, but
Why don't you do some research and get back to me?
I'll give you a research paper on your desk in the
Ginger
morning.
people do have souls, all right?
Were you just waiting to use that?
No, but I'm glad that I had
was
it.
just giving him giving him an option.
Givening, the
The
givening.
givening, like the happening.
It's like the yeah, except you don't die from smelling plants.
Well, you don't smell the plants. The plants produce a chemical, and you die from that.
From smelling.
From breathing, from existing near a plant.
It's almost the same
Unbelievable.
action, smelling and breathing.
I love that movie.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
It's because M. Night Shyamalan has even said that it's like it's not meant to be a B movie, but it's like a dope bad movie. It's
well, yeah,
so
that's,
bad,
I mean,
but I
yeah.
love it.
But there was no jazz.
Yeah. Well, why would there be?
B movie.
I never saw that.
Throwing them out there. free throwing, baby.
was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Did we cover everything? I feel like we got really sidetracked with the e-fucked. we
That's fine.
straight up looked
It's
at
a very
vaginas.
general podcast, and unless we come up with something else. No, I pretty much talked. That's I have to just not talk to you guys for the week and then unload it on one of the days. And just like
I'm
was-
okay with that.
that was my best impression of e fucked.
Oh, I thought it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't know if I can go. A whole
I can't
week.
wait to have a storefront and then one of our shirts is e fucked. Like we get sponsored by e fucked. This
Bruh.
episode
This
brought to you
episode
by.
brought to you by E-Fucked.
That's right.
You've heard of E and you've heard of fucked. Now put them together.
Still a whole lot. Of
I really want to
vaginas.
pronounce the T all the time. That makes it e fucked. It's like a lighter. Ouch. No, you guys want to talk about anything else? I mean, we're just about at an hour. We did it. There's a little bit of dead noise.
Yeesh.
Dead noise. Why do I keep saying dead noise?
I don't know.
Dead air. Nothing else interesting happened that you want to talk about?
I don't think so. Nothing very interesting has happened to me this week. I just mainly go to work, hate my job, come home, smoke weed, go to sleep, go to work, hate my job.
Noise.
Onward.
Yeah, I don't really do anything, so.
I haven't seen anything new or good except for those Oceans movies.
I am excited for Captain Marvel, though. I want to go see that.
Yeah, we're
immediately.
gonna we'll definitely be able to.
I think
review
we
that
should
next
go on
week.
like Tuesday.
Yeah.
We can do that. Maybe.
Okay.
I have personal things.
I should
What
go
the
to a
fuck are you doing
doctor.
on Tuesday?
I have to work at my other job.
Oh.
Nobody on the podcast cares about that.
Well, when you say
Personal sounds so
things,
mysterious.
Yeah, I want to know.
They're just like they were about
Does he
to
have a
turn.
doctor's
They're
appointment?
about to
Does he have
turn it off, and then they're like, "Oh,
That's a secret.
it's
a secret lover, a doctor appointment,
Where is he
Nah,
going
I
on
think we should
Tuesday?
definitely.
other friends.
We'll be able to review Captain Marvel, and then I still want to see Medea's funeral.
Oh, same. But girl, we gotta watch. What's the other one? Medea Goes to Jail.
I don't think we have to watch it.
We have to watch
do
it.
Okay, fine. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty good. We're about at an hour. I don't really know how to end it.
Yeah, but I mean, when you go through and edit things out and post.
I'm not editing anything.
Oh, God, it's going to be so awkward if you don't.
Only sometimes.
Yeah, the whole thing is gonna be awkward.
Yeah, fuck it.
Theme song. No.
Come back next time where we discuss Captain Marvel and probably other things.
More talk about E-fucked for sure.
I never want to talk about E-fucked again.
Same.